Well, hello everybody, and welcome to this episode of G Bear's Off-Grid Ways, a homestead in the desert. Today is April 2nd, 2020. That's 422020. And anyway, what we're looking at here, these are the pain patches that I was mentioning. They finally came in, and I went down and got the notice in my P.O. box that they were ready for pickup, so I had to go inside the post office to get them. Well, there was a line that went all the way around the back side of the post office, and everybody was 6 feet apart from each other, and they had markers on the floor to make sure you did that. 1 hour. It took me 1 hour in line to get these things. Amazing. But this thing isn't going to go away anytime soon, so stick around to the end of this video. I'm going to give you a few tips and pointers. By no means is this I don't mean to say I'm going to help cure the problem, or it'll absolutely 100% protect you from the problem or anything like that. It's just some tips and hints that help you get by with the shortages in the markets and things like that. So stick around to the end, and I'll let you know what I'm talking about. Anyway, I got 3 of these. That's the package I bought, and I'm going to keep one for myself. And one of them, the reason I ordered them in the first place was a friend wanted me to order one for him, and I figured instead of just ordering one, I got a better deal by ordering the package. So this last one, I'm not sure. It might end up as a giveaway on my channel, all depending on how well it works. I don't want to give away something that doesn't work. So we'll see. Anyway, we wanted to cover that. Now, I went down, like I said, to the post office to get these. And while driving down the road, the Monarch butterflies are out here in force. I mean, there's hundreds of them around. And they were splattering on my windshield. And I had good thing I have that bug wash in my windshield washers. I got that on right away and washed off the bugs as I was driving. But boy, they were smearing like grease. And then I noticed that the 18-wheelers that were driving, it looked like somebody splattered their windshield with a shotgun blast. It looked like all little white splats on there where like a BB went through and caused that little spider crack in the windshield. But as they got closer, I noticed it was bugs. The windshields were covered with bugs. And oh my God, you want to talk about bugs everywhere. I saw some guys on the side of the road with a rag trying to clean a spot off of their windshield where they can see through it. Yeah, lots of those out there. My neighbor up the road sent me a picture, said she saw the first snake out there today. And these idiots next door, look at this. There's one truck, there's another truck. Right past the sign says private road. They come by all the time, so whatever they're hauling, who knows, they back up to that boarded-in area over there, and they unload into the boarded-in area. So this is some kind of a big organization type thing, organized thing. Might have to do some investigating, because now they've started putting in more wood posts going across the road again and coming up past the backside of my property, where they were doing them on the other side before. And they showed me that they had the 10-acre parcel down that direction, and that now they're across 3 pieces of property. So I think somebody's going to have to be notified to check them out, see what the heck's going on. It's just getting ridiculous. And the loud blaring music, you know, I don't need that kind of crap. I come out here for peace and quiet and isolation, not to have crap like that going on right next door to me. So anyway, that was my rant for today. So I'm going to go outside here and show you a few things that happened. One of the things was I did take a rundown. I did a turnaround rundown to the Orange County. My friend Bill down there had some survival food that he wanted me to have. So I went down to pick it all up. I brought my rack with me. And then I realized I could fit everything inside of the van. And this is basically what I got, is these 6 pails right here, that pail up there, which I think that might be seeds or sprouts or something, because it says Life Sprouts on it, ProVita Mix, but it says alfalfa, cabbage, clover, and radish on it. And then on the top, it's got beans, fenugreek, lentils, mung beans, peas, and wheat, things like that on there. So who knows? But each one of these has got something different in it. This is pack 4. It's got split peas, oats, popcorn, spaghetti. This one's 3. It's got lentils, popcorn, spaghetti, and pearl barley. And that's the same as that one, pack 3. And pack 1 has macaroni, rolled oats, and white ice. And this one has navy beans and macaroni and 5-grain cereal. And this one has 5-grain cereal, navy beans, and salt. So that's what's in those. Then I got a bunch of boxes back here. And I'll go around the back side and show you that. And get this open here. I don't want to open that, it'll fall out. But yeah, this one's got number 10 cans of fruit, applesauce, apple slices, raspberry flavored apples, fruit galaxy, banana chips, so forth and so on. And each one of these has different contents in them. But there's like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, probably 8 or 9 boxes of food there. And I'm going to have to get those all put away probably tomorrow, because right now my mouth's getting a little bit dry, so I'm probably going to need a cold beer. Beautiful day out here, clear sky, no contrails anywhere. Planes don't fly on these days. And that's a funny thing is, about the chemtrails, contrails thing. So I asked Google, why is it that jet planes don't leave contrails at night? And I laughed like heck at the answer. The answer it gave was because it's dark and you can't see them. Now, it's bright sun out here, and if they run the contrails across here all day long, it starts clouds which blocks out the sun, which is closer to us than any of the stars, okay? And it blocks out the sun. At nighttime, I see the planes flying over, I can see their lights flashing, but nothing is blocking out the stars. I can see the plane go by and the stars behind them are still as clear as day. Oh my God. Somebody is covering something up, right? Anyway, here's something else. My friend Andy had this at his house and asked me if I wanted it. And I said, sure. So he had it all taken apart. And since I had the clear, empty rack on the back of the van, I loaded this parts up on the van. And it came up, and there was no instructions on how to put it together or anything, but I don't need that stuff. You can throw a box of bolts on the ground, and I'll pick them up and tell you where each one goes. Anyway, I got it assembled here. I just have to get my tools out and tighten the bolts. But I couldn't do that because my tools are buried underneath all that food. So anyway, there's a couple of thumb screws there, and they would go in here, and there was a cover for this, and they asked me if I wanted it, and I said no, because the wind would grab that out here, and I'd be constantly trying to fix bent parts on this thing when the wind blew it around. So I don't know if it's going to stay here or not. It'll probably will for a little while, because down the line, I want to put a wraparound deck around the front side here and around the other side going over to the battery room, and coming on this side going all the way up to the side of the house there, so I can set my outdoor barbecue out there. Well, not this one, but the new one. And I've got a utility slop sink there I want to put up right underneath that window, so that I can get some water washing things outside that I need to do without going inside and getting things dirty. And of course, like I mentioned, I was going to be put on a drain coming out from behind the washer, the clothes washer. It's going to come out that wall right there, go down in the ground. It's got to go around and tie into a drain on the other side of the back porch there. And that goes out to my gray water. So when I do that, I can put another drain connection from the slop sink going into there. So water doesn't just go on the ground. The water is going to go into my gray water pit and be captured and reused. So anyway, these two poles, Andy, I know you watch videos all the time, and Aaron, you watch them all the time. I suspect that these are part of the canopy that went over the top of this thing. And I don't really want the canopy on here, so if that's what they are, just let me know, and I'll you can email me or text me or whatever, and let me know, and then I'll put them away inside the container, and they'll come in handy for something down the line. All right, so that's where we're at, everybody. Beautiful day, wind's blowing. Of course, I came back and I was looking at my battery bank, and I'm going, why, that's awful low. What the heck's going on here? So I hit the button on the watt meter to see how many watts was being used. Because the sun's out, the wind was blowing the turbine, and I should be making a lot of electricity. I hit the button on the watt meter, and it was saying that I was drawing over 2 kilowatts of electricity into the house. And I said, oh my God, that's not right. Something's wrong here. Well, I have an electric radiator in the bedroom, and I only turn that on in extreme emergencies if it's nighttime and the propane goes out on me or something like that. I can keep the place warm until morning and then go out and change the propane. Well, what happened was, when I was putting something away, I accidentally bumped the high switch on that thing, and that's what was drawing the 2 kilowatts of electricity in that heater. It was nice and warm in my bedroom, but yeah, it had drawn everything down really low. So I've got that shut off now, and I've got things working, and I unplugged that radiator from the wall just so that doesn't happen again. All right, everybody, gonna go in and get a cold one, and we'll fill in the blanks later on. Now, I did say that if you hang around, and at the end of this video, I would give you some information on tips and things like that. Well, here they are. First of all, don't forget to subscribe. It's free to subscribe to my channel. Second of all, that wasn't any part of it, but people out there are frantically looking for hand sanitizers and things like that to help protect themselves against this COVID-19 thing. Well, all the shelves are empty. Here's a little tip. You can make your own hand sanitizer, and basically all hand sanitizers are, the most percentage of it is just regular rubbing alcohol. Okay, so you can take rubbing alcohol and rub it on your hands, and that will help kill the germs on your hand. The problem is that dries your skin out. So a little trick that I use is I just take some regular hand lotion, skin lotion, any one of the ones that are popular ones that are out there that you would normally rub on dry skin. And I mix that anywhere from 20 to 80% or 25 to 75%. And that means 75% alcohol, 25% of the hand lotion. You can use lanolin, you can use anything like that. And that will help give you a little moisture back to your hands with the alcohol that you're putting on there, and keep from drying your skin out too badly. The other little tip is, when you do use that stuff on your hands, after you've rubbed your hands together and kind of wash your hands with a hand sanitizer, use the wet, while it's still wet on your hands, use that wet stuff to wipe around your nose and mouth in case you had accidentally touched up there. You want to make sure you get that wiped down also. Another little tip, if you can't find alcohol or any of the hand lotions or anything like that in the stores, you can use mouthwash. I like using the original Listerine, the one that's a tan color, because it doesn't have any mints or anything like that added to it. But get yourself a little spritz bottle, put some Listerine in it. You can spray your hands, you can spray your kids' hands, you can spray your husband's hands, you can spray people standing next to you's hands if you want. You can spray the gas pump handle, you can spray anything that you're going to touch. So you can use that there. And also, every now and then, you can put a little spritz right in your mouth. It's Listerine. It won't hurt you. It kills 99.9% of germs on contact. So there's a tip to help you get through some of the tough times right now. I'll also be adding some of those in some future videos, some other tips and hints. I hope that helps you all out there. Everybody, stay safe. G-Bear wants you around. G-Bear wants you for subscribers. I like you. G-Bear, signing off.